Hello, today we're here with Ahmed Ahmed, and we're going to be talking a little bit with him. So, first of all, my name's Claire Elizabeth.
Hi, Claire.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My friends call me Claire. I was wondering, should I call you Ahmed or Ahmed?
You can call me Ahmed Ahmed. Or if you want to just say Ahmed once, that's fine too. Or you can just call me Ah. Is that awkward? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have 8-year-olds call me Ah. No, I don't know if I like that. I think Ahmed is fine.
Ahmed Ahmed, so
I like the way she said that. Ahmed Ahmed. So
I hear you do acting. When did you start that?
Well, Claire Elizabeth, I started acting when I was 19. I took acting classes. I started auditioning for small parts in soap operas and little roles in films. And I guess was an actor till about the age of 25, 27, and then I got into stand-up comedy after that. But I started when I was 19.
How did you get into acting?
How did I get into acting? I started taking acting classes. I went to a acting coach by the name of Cliff Osmond, and then I started studying with another teacher named Ivana Chubbuck, and eventually was being coached by a woman named Sandy Marshall. And then pretty much got an agent at that point. Started going out on, like I said, little auditions here and there, trying to build my resume to a point where I could be recognized for bigger roles, and that's kind of how it started.
What movies have you been in?
I was in a film called Iron Man. I played terrorist number 4. Thank you. And I was in a movie called You Don't Mess with the Zohan that Adam Sandler wrote and starred in. I had a small role in a film called Swingers with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. And what else have I been in? Oh, I did a film called City of Life that was shot and directed in Dubai, and it's about Dubai, and it recently was in the Dubai Film Festival, and I have a small role in that.
What parts do you play in most movies?
Terrorists.
Do you like playing terrorists and villains?
I love playing terrorists. Well, it depends on the movie. When I was asked to be an Iron Man and play a terrorist, I just said, of course, because it was a superhero movie and I like the comic book character Iron Man, and I got a chance to work with Robert Downey Jr. a little bit. But do I like playing terrorists overall? Not really. I'd rather play just a normal guy who's not out to kill America. Or Americans, I should say. Don't be worried, I'm not one of those terrorists.
So what are you working on now?
Currently I'm working on a documentary film that I directed called Just Like Us. Just Like Us. And we filmed a documentary about our comedy tour in the Middle East last year. And currently we're going to festivals. We were recently at the Tribeca Film Festival. And we're seeking distribution. But right now, my focus is pretty much on that film.
So how'd your parents feel about you moving away?
Well, they weren't happy at first. My mom was disappointed because she just wanted me around the house. My dad wasn't really supportive of the arts, comedy and acting and that, so he wasn't supportive at first, but as I started working more and he started seeing that I was happy doing what I'd like to do and making, earning a living, he became more accepting of it.
So how can a kid like me get into the business?
Well, I suggest you stay far away from Hollywood. No, I'm kidding. Well, I mean, I think it seems like you're doing all right so far. You have your own program that you're hosting, which is really nice. I think, obviously, getting into some acting classes, it's also going to depend on how much you work, because you're going to probably have to get a tutor at some point when you start starring in your own movies. We hope, right? But I would say just pick your craft, acting, right? And try to stay in classes and keep your, keep your chops wet and stay focused on that part of the art form. So when you have opportunities for auditions, you're prepared. I think just be present and available, and you're going to do fine.
So where have you done comedy acts in?
I've done comedy acts. Well, I've been fortunate to travel to about 10 different countries. So sometimes they're theaters, sometimes they're outdoor arenas, sometimes they're clubs like this one here at the Sacramento Punchline. I've performed at the Comedy Store, the Improvs. Where else? Colleges, a lot of colleges. And one time I got to perform at the Royal Albert Hall in London. Pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Royal Albert Hall is a big 5,000 seat theater, and the Beatles played there a long time ago. Frank Sinatra played there before. Muhammad Ali played there, or boxed there. Ahmed Ahmed, the comedian, performed there.
Where do you get most of your jokes?
Most of my jokes come from situations that weren't funny at the time. Like being arrested. At one point I got arrested in Las Vegas, and I was thrown in jail for 17 hours. And after about 12 hours, a Mexican gang member came up to me and said, so they arrested you because you're Arabic? And I said, yeah, I think so. And he said, so they think you're like a terrorist? And I said, yeah, I think so. And he said, come on, man, blow this place up and get us out of here. and so stuff like that. And that was a true story, but I tell that on stage, and it ends up being funny, but it wasn't really funny at the time. So. And my dad provides quite a bit of material for me. He's a funny man.
So if someone wants to see you on YouTube or on stage, how do they find out about that?
Well, you can go to I know. I'm kidding. I have a website. It's www.ahmed-ahmed.com. And we have a website for our movie. It's www.justlikeusthemovie.com. And you can also Google my name. If you Google the name Ahmed Ahmed, my website will just pop up. But be careful, because right under that, there's a link for the FBI's Most Wanted.
Thank you for your time, and this is Claire Elizabeth, over and out.
Thanks, Claire.